Good morning, dreamers. It's another episode of Talks with Kal. Your host, Kal. It's a beautiful day here in sunny Oklahoma. 67 degrees, I believe, 65 degrees, somewhere in there. Doesn't matter. It's absolutely beautiful. Today, we're talking about love, relationships, and dating. They're important going into summer because we like to get into summer flings. Now, am I saying that's a bad thing? No, but is it a good thing to get into where you're just expecting to be in this relationship for a certain amount of time? No, that's not a good thing. What we're going to talk about is the past, the present, and the future, and why it's important. The past leads us to a road that we're not going to go into a healthy relationship. The present is the moment we want to be in, it's a gift, and the future is not something that we should totally look forward to, only to certain extents. So, in a relationship, we go into, in 2019, what's known as the swipe left generation, basically, where we could go online and we can find anything we want at any moment. And you can convince yourself that this person is the right person for you, man or woman. And from our childhood, we've been told that, you're going to have to kiss a lot of frogs to find Prince Charming, or that on the men's side, that you're going to have to find a lot of women to find the queen you're looking for. This isn't true. What you need to do is look into the present moment. So for the present moment is a gift. That's why the word present is very important in this instance. The present moment leads you to the person you're looking for, not the person that you believe you want. So when you go into the relationship believing that this is Prince Charming, that's called the honeymoon phase, or the queen on the men's side of it. This is both men and women. Remember that. So you go into a relationship on the honeymoon phase, seeing everything good about this person that you want to see. Oh, there's no flaws in this person. Well, that's not true. No person is perfect. We know this. And you can be convinced of any way you want to going into a relationship by charm. And that is a deceptive deed in every person that exists in the world, because we decide that we want this person and we're going to get them at any cost. So we go into this relationship believing that we can fix this person. And men and women are both notorious for this. This person might have some traits that we don't like. Well, if I can get, rid of those traits, then maybe this person will be all right for me. Or you go into the relationship thinking that this person can lead you out of depression, anxiety, so on and so forth. Those are all negative things. Now, if you think about that in the instance that those are negative attributes that you might have going into that relationship, and you're talking to yourself about these things, maybe you're the toxic one. So going into a relationship, you have to think about these things and not set yourself up for failure. So you go into the relationship believing you can fix said person, and then after time, these attributes just don't change. I assure you they're not going to, because this person has decided that that's who they are. And they're going to show you the signs that you want. So when they do show you those signs in said honeymoon phase, take note of those. But also, take note of how they make you feel, because you're going to remember how a person makes you feel and not the things that they told you, because words don't really mean anything anymore, because you can say a lot of things and convince yourself that the person really means it, and that's just not true. So on the other hand, when they do the things that make you feel bad, take note of also those things, because those things are just as important as the positive things that come out. Yes, making you feel good is one thing, but also on the other side, you've got the dark side of this person that in the honeymoon phase you look past, because this person is perfect, this person doesn't have any flaws, and we only want to see these things. The mind is a very powerful thing, and we can, in fact, convince ourselves that these things aren't there that really are there. For instance, an accent. A person can go into a store full of English people, and they might be from a different place in America, such as Pittsburgh, so on and so forth, and they have a certain tone in their voice. And these people can convince themselves that this person might be from England, but they're actually from America. And they have a very American accent, but they can convince themselves otherwise that this person is in fact from there. So take that in note when you go into this relationship. Is this person who they say they are by their actions? A person can convince you in so many ways that they are that person, and it's deceit and it's deception and it's a con. And do not fall for these things, because we've all been victim to them, believing that this person is the one, because we're searching for that person that we've told ourselves might be the one person that we need. But it may not be the person we need after all. There's someone that you've met in your life and that you've talked to that you might have pushed away because you weren't ready for that person in the moment. But if you look back and that person comes to mind again, and then they've got all these traits that you're looking for, then that might be something that you look into. I'm not saying it's a best friend. I'm not saying, it's a close friend, or it may just be an acquaintance or someone that you bumped shoulders with. But those things do happen. On the second side, the past is something that we drag into a relationship, and it's a toxic trait to have. So our past is something that we hold on to dearly, and that we blame, said person in relationship that we might get into. And when I say relationship, I'm not saying that we're in the dating phase yet. I'm saying that we might not even be in an actual boyfriend girlfriend relationship yet, or girlfriend boyfriend, or girlfriend girlfriend, whatever it may be. I'm not saying we're in that relationship yet. What I'm saying is you might be still in the honeymoon phase where you're getting to know each other. And that's the most important, because you have to look at all attributes of that person. Are they these things? So if you go into the relationship with your past on you, you then begin to blame the said person for the past that you've had. And to get into a relationship, you have to let that go. Plain and simple. There's no beating around the bush. Cross the finish line. Cross it out. You have to get rid of your past. You have to stop thinking about it, because it's holding you back from something greater than yourself. And I assure you that you're convincing yourself, because the mind is the most powerful muscle in your body, convincing you of all these things. It's designed to keep you from getting hurt, but you might be capable of doing something in a relationship that you might not have before, if you go into the relationship completely clean and free of your past. Now, is that an easy thing to do? No, it's not easy to let go of your past, but it's very important that you do that. That's why things like meditation in the morning are very important, because you need to be able to let go of those anxieties, the depression, all these things. Am I saying it's easy? No, but if you can continually convince yourself that that's the state you want to be in, for instance, the phrase, "what I think I am," is very important in life in general, because what you believe that you are, you become. So if you believe that you're depressed, that's what you do. If you believe that you have anxiety all the time, that you're fearful of all these things, that's what you become. So these traits are very important to get rid of before you go into a relationship. So as we go into the summer, think about these things. Have I gotten rid of my past, and am I living in the present? Is my future where I want it to be before I get into a relationship? And when you go out there today, think about these things as you run into people. Don't say that, oh, this is the person for me. Not every person is right for you. There's not 110 people for every person. It doesn't exist that way. But what does exist is the present moment, and it's a gift to you. So my gift to you is to go out there, inspire, desire, and set fire to your own life. And who knows, maybe Prince Charming, or that right person, that right girl, or that right boy will come around for you. And go out there and have a good day.